Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of What's That Vegetable? Today we are going to talk about winter melon. So you see that fruit over there? So winter melon is a type of gourd that is originated from Southeast Asia. They're very common in countries like China, India, and Vietnam. They're such amazing vegetable with so many different uses. And so some of the ways that we uses the vegetable for is soups. It's amazing. Juice, making drinks and those type of stuff. And then you can also make desserts out of this, like candies and stuff like that. So if you look them up, there's so many ways to use them. So today I'll take you closer and we'll talk a little bit about it and show you how easy they are to grow. So maybe in the future you might look it up and grow some in your garden for yourself. Okay, winter melon produces very large vegetable. They're vining vegetables, so they love to climb. And so the first thing you need to do when you grow these is to have a way for them to climb. So trellis is a great way to grow these things. And so here you can see this is my pear tree. I harvested all the fruits, and so I allowed the winter melon to crawl on top. That is another way, but it's not recommended because the fruits are so massive that it can break or snap the branches. So this is the medium size right here. We have some bigger ones in there. You see there's one over there, one over there, one up there. That thing is so massive that it snapped my branches. And they are pretty productive for a vining plant. So I've already harvested around 3 really large ones, and so I still have a bunch left. So the vine starts right here inside my raised bed, and I did this for a purpose. I grow them right next to my pear tree, so I use the tree as a way for the plant to climb. And so anyway, it starts right here. You see? That's the massive root right here, and it probably took all over this area right here. And so the vine starts right here, and so I cut all the leaves off to make it nice and clean, and then it climbs. So provided with a way for it to climb up, and so it will spread out. So the side vines will go, there and up. So this is one of the smaller fruit. And that's another one right there. This is a larger fruit. And if you take a closer look, you can see the shiny hairs. So they do produce these hairs. And some other variety of winter melons also have wax. So when you run your hand on it, it looks like there's a waxy coat on the outside. But for these, they don't have wax, but they do have these hairs. And so you have to be very careful when you pick these things or touch it. You need to have gloves because they can poke into your skin and it could be a little bit painful. One vine is all you need. More vines, of course, they produce more fruits, but really you just need one because I have so many fruits that I haven't been able to use them all. So the last 3 that I picked, I gave them away right here. And then I'm gonna pick one today because I'm gonna juice these and then also make soups with this. And the flesh is very soft and white on the inside. It's nice and tender, and it doesn't have a lot of flavor, so it takes on the flavor of what you cook it in. And so that's why it's so popular, because if you cook it into soup, it takes on the flavor of the soups. And if you stir fry it, it takes on the flavor of the stir fry, whatever you mix in there. So it's a great vegetable. And then if you make drinks, so you juice these and make delicious fresh summer drinks. They are some of the best, very, very healthy. Okay, so they're just amazing vegetable. And again, you need a trellis. So let me go ahead and I have 3 huge ones. I'm gonna pick the big one on top over there, and then I'll show you what it is. So okay, so here is one of the melons that I picked. And when you pick these here, make sure you run your hand through these to get rid of all of the hairs that are on the melon before you touch them, because those hairs can get under your skin and they can prick you and they will hurt pretty bad. And there are a few things why I love to grow winter melon. One is that they store very, very well. And so I can harvest this now, and then right now is mid-September, and I can leave this in the house just sitting there, and I can use them 3, 4, or 5 months later, 6 months later. Last year I had one in the house and I had them for about 5 months, and it's still as good as when you pick them. The thing with this is the skin is very thick, and so the bugs, they really don't care for these because they can't get through. Even the squirrels, they don't really mess with this because they're so tough. And so all the squash bugs or any bugs that like to sting vegetables and fruits and stuff like that, they don't really care for this because they really can't get into the inside. And if you don't cut into this melon, again, you can save it for the next year. If you harvest it like, you know, right now, September, you can save it in the house until next year and use them. And so they're great as soups. And so during the winter months, make this into soups. They're very, very healthy. When you make, you know, you juice them, make some refreshing drinks for the summer or even the winter. But these here, that's one of the types of the winter melons. So that's it, guys. I hope you will look into winter melon and grow some for yourself. They produce a lot, and one vine is all you need. You need trellis, and also if you want to fertilize them, fish emulsion are excellent for these. And so that's what I use. I use the Alaska fish emulsion, and that's what I use to grow these. The flowers are pretty big. They're huge, and they attract bumblebees. I see bumblebees all the time. It's just so amazing. So they do bring some beneficial insects into the garden. So really a good vegetable to grow. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.